I'm Sarah Gore, and this is Open House NYC. We've got some great homes to check out this week, including this Feng Shui-inspired loft in Chelsea. And this rarely seen compound in Los Feliz, Los Angeles, filled with stories from the past. We learn how this renowned architect worked with a mid-century classic in Connecticut. Plus, we are inside the beautifully designed penthouse of Friends star Matthew Perry. But before all of that, we are at this elegant apartment on the Upper East Side.
This is a family apartment, so we wanted to make it fun, comfortable, and exciting. And you can sit up here and take in some of the best views in town.
Welcome to Open House NYC. Today I'm coming to you from this stately manor in Bronxville, New York, just north of the city. Now I have to say I've admired this 1930s home for some time now, and standing here in this double height living room, let's just say it definitely lives up to its curb appeal. This charmer is filled with elegant details. The ornate fireplace around, its turreted entry, the beams, the wood doors, and even stained glass. It is proudly classic in the best ways, but it still has that modern, easy flow between the spaces. There are 5 bedrooms in all, including this regal and secluded owner's suite. Secluded is the key. Let's kick things off on the Upper East Side with designer John Barman. Now, as regular viewers of the show know, the many times we've featured John show a designer at total ease with color, a master of the stylish yet relaxed, and his newest is no exception. See what I mean?
I'm John Barman. Welcome to this apartment on the Upper East Side. This is a family apartment, so we wanted to make it fun, comfortable, and exciting. To make the foyer dramatic, I painted it a dark charcoal. This is both exciting and brings out the color on the rest of the apartment, including this bullseye carpet, and I pulled the color out of it for these green benches. I put in this clear glass sculptural Sputnik chandelier, which ties into the etched glass doors leading to the family study. But down the hall is a space I had a lot of fun with. I wanted to make the most of this large space, while still giving the dining room and the living room each a separate feeling. I decided to make the living room area really colorful. We started with this custom-made rug that incorporates all the colors we wanted to use in the living room. There's a bright yellow, a bright green, and shades of gray. That gray carries through to the sofa and into the dining area. The yellow we used on the patterned pillows on the sofa. We also used it on this oversized swoop-back contemporary chair. And the green from the rug we used for cushions on the window seat. With the views and floor-to-ceiling windows like this, I knew I had to incorporate it in my design. The window seats function 2 ways. One, to take advantage of the fabulous view, but they're also added seating for the living room. The bright green cushions on the window seat is a good juxtaposition to all the big gray buildings outside. And you can sit up here and take in some of the best views in town, or take part of the conversation in the living room. To give a sense of continuity to the space, the dining room also features gray. I put this wall covering on the back wall, which continues up on the drop ceiling. This not only gives continuity, but also delineates the space. Another way I defined the area is with this hand-blown glass light fixture. This chandelier not only gives a focal point to the room, but it also bathes the table with an ambient light. And the spherical shape of the chandelier echoes the Sputnik light in the entry. Having comprehensive elements like this is the secret to good design. The expandable dark wood contemporary table is offset by the white leather chairs. I told you this is a home for a family, but these white leather chairs are very easy to maintain. For the bar, I designed this custom cabinet with a mother-of-pearl inlaid front. To finish off the space, I put in this custom sideboard. The top is a gray veined granite, which is great for serving. It also has a tremendous amount of storage, which is always useful. As a finishing touch, I put together a collection of mid-century glass and porcelain in the wonderful yellow color of the rug. So for the principal bedroom, I went for a more relaxed palette. It's mostly shades of blue, with some gray to tie into the living room. But to add interest, rather than color, we used pattern and texture. The wall-to-wall carpeting in the bedroom is an organic pattern, mixing blue and white. It gives a cozy, intimate feel. And the custom bed has a one-of-a-kind headboard. There's fabric on the inside and wood on the outside. It curves around to feel like it's almost embracing you. On either side of the bed are hanging pendant lights of spun glass. I often like to play with contrasts in my design. For example, the stripes on the bed play off the wavy pattern of the curtains. So again, without color, I've given interest to the space. An additional piece of furniture in this room is this custom bench, covered in deep blue leather. It brings out the blue of the carpeting. For the principal bathroom, we used a blue and white marble mosaic on the floor to contrast the carpeting in the bedroom. It looks great bathed in natural light from the big window. This apartment is all about balancing family needs and style. But by using bright colors, interesting patterns, and practical furnishings, I think we achieved that. Thank you for taking the tour.
Coming up after the break, we are at the impressive penthouse of a friend. See what I mean in just a few. Welcome back. Now we're in Century City, California at this palatial penthouse with some of the best views you are ever going to see. It also happens to be the home of Friends star Matthew Perry. It's definitely a far cry from the digs that Chandler and Joey shared on the show. At well over 9,000 square feet, this veritable mansion in the sky is a true jaw-dropper. And with interiors designed to the nines by Ellen Pagano, well, you just have to see it. Let's join her for a closer look.
I'm Ellen Pagano, and I am the principal designer of Ellen Pagano Design. Welcome to Penthouse 40, otherwise known as Matthew Perry's area in the sky on the 40th floor. I'd love to show you around. Matthew's a longtime client. What you're gonna see with interiors that I do for him, lots of velvets. Actually, I'm a velvet girl, so I try and incorporate velvet everywhere, but lots of seating areas that are comfortable. He wants to have comfortable seating wherever he can. Even though he is like an incredibly funny and fun guy, he wants it to be elegant. We started with this gigantic room. I did this great seating area where he can have meetings, he can hang out with his friends. We also have 2 ottomans in the middle that I made with sliding cocktail tables. They're walnut and bronze. I didn't want it to be a living room that people weren't gonna live in. Since Matthew is a great ping pong player, we had a teak James Purse ping pong table made. It's beautiful, clean lines. It's very him. And on the other end, we had a walnut pool table made with tournament cloth. I wanted a splash of color in here because there's a lot of blue grays and blue greens, and I wanted a little bit of pop. The amazing thing about this apartment is that any view you want, you have. You have this Century City view, the Hollywood Hills, you have downtown. Whatever mood you're in, you just go to that part of the house and there it is. If you couldn't tell, Matthew's a big Dark Knight fan. Matthew did want a place to highlight his collection, but he didn't want it in everyone's face. He just wanted it to be a bit of a surprise. So I created this open, kind of steely shelving unit out of iron and smoked glass and ran it all the way down in these perfect insets, lit it from the bottom and the top. It's the Dark Knight hallway that leads to the screening room. So when we did this room, we had to make sure that it was completely soundproof, with the exception of the windows. So we used Quiet Rock, which is a sheetrock that's used in sound studios, and we installed all of the speakers and then covered it with this fabric. It gives it the feel that we wanted. So at the push of a button, the blackout shades come down, and on top of that, we have super blackout draperies that close up all the way. And everything was custom, so the little side tables have pull-out tables that you can pull out and eat on. The lighting is custom. It's cozy, it's cavey. Everything's covered with velvet, and it's just beautiful. This is Matthew's bedroom, and we feel like it's the command post to the view of Los Angeles. It's got just the most extraordinary view I've ever seen. And it was a challenging space because it's a big half moon. I wanted to create a space across from the fireplace that you could sit at, and also, you know, a private hangout that wasn't the bed. So we put the bed in the middle of the room. Matthew wanted a chair that hung from the ceiling so he could spin around and look wherever he wanted, so we have an iconic bubble chair. I think you get a sense of real serenity in this room. I can only imagine that when you wake up in the morning, the city is yours. I was lucky enough to be asked to do this incredible penthouse. It is a modern interior that is welcoming. Thanks for coming.
Coming up, we tour this mid-century masterpiece in New Canaan, Connecticut. We'll be right back. Welcome back. New Canaan, Connecticut is known for its mid-century modern marvels. Say that 3 times quickly. And this next home, originally designed in 1957, is definitely in that conversation. So when the owner decided to update things for today's needs, they turned to architect and Yale professor Joel Sanders. See how he was able to look to both the past and towards the future simultaneously for this renovation.
My name is Joel Sanders, and I'm principal of JSA Mixed Design. And welcome to one of my projects in New Canaan, Connecticut. The project required us to expand the existing house to include a new kitchen, dining room, and principal bedroom without compromising the integrity of the original home designed by John Black Lee in 1957. We left the original volume of the house intact, now treating it as a living dining pavilion. It now frames views of a new garden organized around an original specimen tree that once stood in the driveway. This is an example of how we mix old and new. Instead of conventional walls, we added freestanding gray storage walls. They are set back from the perimeter windows to create uninterrupted lateral views from one end of the house to the other. And we maintained the location of the original fireplace, but now incorporated into one of the gray storage walls. In the family room, you can see the materials palette that we use throughout the house. It consists of white floors and gray accent storage walls, and in this case, a gray matching kitchen island. And notice how the interior gray kitchen wall extends outside to visually link the kitchen with the dining patio. We located the main bedroom wing at one end of the house to create privacy from the guest bedrooms located at the other. We conceived of the principal bedroom as a cube that was dropped within the new bedroom wing. This allowed us to give the bedroom area a tall ceiling height while respecting the continuous one-story roof line that visually unifies the flat roof of the new addition with the pitched roof of the existing house. Although the bedroom wing has floor-to-ceiling windows, to add privacy, we added a new bluestone wing that extends from inside to outside to shield the bedroom courtyard from the main house. In the ensuite bath, we added clear-story windows to bring natural light into the bathroom, which we clad in gray and white tiles that harmonized with the exterior bluestone walls. Like many architects, I like to make beautiful things. However, what drives the work of my studio is to create spaces attuned and suited to the needs of my clients while fostering human connectivity. So I hope the design of this residence lives up to our goal, the design of a renovation expansion suited to our clients' needs, while also respecting the integrity of an important mid-century modernist home.
Coming up in just a bit, you are not going to want to miss this rarely seen compound in the Los Feliz section of LA. We'll see you in just a few. Welcome back. Now we're in the Los Feliz area of LA for a rare look at this legendary compound dubbed the Pelt Estate for its original owner. This hillside hideaway consists of 5 architectural homes nestled on park-like grounds and meandering paths. And as for the interior spaces, well, they are just as memorable.
Hi, my name is Patty Rubin. I work for Sotheby's International, and welcome. To the Pelt Estate, you're about to see something incredible. There is nothing like it in terms of acreage, architecture, and history. This property is made up of 5 homes. It's a true compound, and it's on 2.5 acres. John Van Pelt was an artist, and you can feel it in all the architecture here. You can see it in his choice of products and materials. You will discover how exquisite they all come together. The first thing you're going to notice when we enter Whimsy Hall is that it looks like a ship, because actually there are several original authentic pieces from Jack London's The Snark. An exciting feature in Whimsy Hall is Jack London's anchor that they've made into a chandelier. The oars are displayed beautifully on the balcony, and then you'll see ropes from the ship going up in different directions. You know, you feel warm, you almost feel Christmas, you definitely feel, in a way, like you're sailing. As we go down through the property and down a little bit further, you're going to see the pool home, which is completely about entertainment. You're going to notice in the pool house that it's a big hall, and you can just feel that there was a lot of entertainment there. And a really beautiful, old, massive fireplace, stained glass, a little bar, and it looks out on the pool. And it's rumored, and I believe it, that Lucille Ball and Betty Davis were at many pool parties, and you just can feel the Hollywood energy of the 20s and 30s. This home was built around acoustics, and you're going to feel it when you walk in because it's cavernous and lovely and quiet. Myra, who was a great entertainer and I understand a great singer, would stand up on the balcony and sing out to her friends, and you could hear a pin drop in this living room. Thank you so much for coming on this tour. You'll never see anything like this in Los Feliz, but I hope if you visit, I can bring you here.
Coming up just after the break, how design can actually make you feel healthier.
I decided to design for people to give them everything that they need, but nothing more than what they need.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're at this minimalist masterpiece in Chelsea, New York. It was created by globe-trotting designer and architect Claudia, the founder and principal of her eponymous firm. Claudia's project embraces Feng Shui, sustainability, and, as she calls it, wellness by design. See how.
Hi, I'm Claudia. I'm the CEO and founder of a multidisciplinary design company in the Flatiron District. I decided to design for people to give them everything that they need, but nothing more than what they need. This loft captures all the precepts that I practice in design. So I'd like to show you around. Let's take a look and you'll see what it's all about. A natural sequence for us is that after taking your shoes off in the vestibule, you move into the living room. And in this case, the best place for it anyway was in front of these 6 amazing windows that look out on the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building. So you have really the essence of New York in one eye bite. In this case, the clients wanted to entertain, so we realized we should focus on ample seating space so people could plop down after dinner, relax by the fire. And one of the reasons we did a 2-sided fireplace is that so the diners and the people sitting in the living room could equally enjoy it. We chose the sofa for comfort. Nobody in our studio is allowed to specify a chair or a sofa unless they've actually sat in it. So follow me to the dining room, where we'll look at another place where people can gather, converse, and have fun. I designed this area for multifunction. You can dine here, you can play your piano here, you can have a crowd of people The table is a massive slice of live-edged black walnut, really comfortable chairs, and there's benches on one side because I sometimes think that a dining room with too many chairs looks too much like a conference room. The entire table is grounded by a massive art wall. It's made of tiles that you can actually unhang and switch to change the color. And I placed the dining room table underneath the skylight because I always want to take full advantage of any light we can get. Light is a precious gift if you live in the city. The staircase not only serves as a stage for speakers, but it also leads to a massive roof garden. There are amazing views of Manhattan. We hung a light, which is like a net, encrusted with crystals as the stairs meet the skylight. What happens is then that the light hits the crystals and it spatters the whole stairwell there with little specks of light. A home is like a good striptease artist who reveals a little bit at a time, but not all at once. I hope this tour has given you a chance to see how design can enhance people's lives. As we say in Ireland, Garacéad Mil Mahagat, agus Slán Liv Goléir.
Thanks for watching. Like what you see on the show? Well, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have so many more beautiful homes to share. It's all about love. Share these homes, you know?